Any more?
Whatever.
4. What about now?
No, I'd say we were good. I'd say we were good.
8 cups, but that's for the whole cake.
That's for the whole cake. I would say we were good.
We'll go one more.
Oh, really?
Thank you. Now that's 5 spoons of cream per layer, by the way. And now with our spatula, we're going to be spreading this cream across the sponge cake like this. So what we want to accomplish is completely covering the sponge cake here with cream.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm actually allowing a bit of excess cream to go outside around the edges of the sponge cake.
Mm-hmm. Make sure it's flat.
And now we move on to the last layer of the sponge cake. This layer we can sit straight on top. Now, what ingredient do you think will go next?
Cherries.
No.
It would be the schnapps. It would be the schnapps.
If you do want to make a cake at home, alcohol-free, instead of using the Kirschwasser or the schnapps, what you can use is the juice of the cherries.
Oh.
These are canned cherries, so when you strain the juice, keep the juice and utilise that to make an alcohol-free cake.
Oh, sure.
All right. And also, let's say that you don't like the intensity of the schnapps because it's 40% alcohol. What you can also do is a 50-50 blend of the juice of the cherries if you'd like. But today we're keeping it original. So here we go. Look at that. Oh boy, it's just a drizzle.
Oh, wow.
Just a drizzle. Look at that. We'll need approximately 100 mils to make a cake this size, by the way. Now we're going to use the same amount of cream as we did on the other layer too. That's 2. Just making sure it's painted. So again, covering the sponge cake here with cream, and at the same time, allow a bit of excess
Doesn't it make
cream
your mouth
outside
water?
the edges of the sponge cake. Next step is the last layer of the sponge cake. Now this layer, we also turn it over. Now, you've been practicing your German? Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, let's count in German. Now, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Perfect. Sound like labels?
Lick the spoon.
Yeah, lick the spoon. Later on. Now we're going to spread it across the sponge cake again. Now, if you do make this cake at home, a little recommendation for you is, if you do make the cake at home, don't cut the cake, please, straight after you finish making it. The reason being, as you can see, the amount of cream we use to make the cake, best is to refrigerate this cake for at least 12 hours or best overnight so the cream sets nicely, and then cut the cake. If you cut it straight after you finish making it, you're more than likely not to squash cake, so please refrigerate your cake. Also, if you refrigerate your cake overnight, put a lock on your fridge, yes? There'll be someone going for a slice in the middle of the night. There you go. Okay. So as you can see, now there's a fair bit of excess cream outside here in the sponge cake, around the edges. And the reason why I do that, or allow that, is because now I've got to cover the side of the cake. And watch how quickly and easily I can cover the side of the cake just by utilising that cream. So we'll pick a spot here with the start, and look how we can cover the side of the cake so easily. So if you make cakes at home, never use this technique, please give it a try. You'll see how much time it saves you, and especially working with cream. If you make cakes with cream warms up after a little bit, being outside the refrigerator, it becomes difficult to work with. This way it saves you a lot of time. If I was to do that step by step, I'll still be doing it, I'll still be halfway through it. So now, we need to smooth it out and at the same time get rid of the excess cream. Now if you're wondering, okay, smooth it out, good, but get rid of the excess cream? No, it's more cream's better. But what happens is, if the cream's also too thick on the sides, after a few hours of the weight of the cake, the cream will sag. So we need to smooth it out and get rid of the excess cream. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
That's how much cream's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Now I should clean up my board a little. And I'm going to build up this edge here a little bit where you can see the sponge cake. Now with the edges on top, we're going to smooth these out like this. And we set. So out of the 8 cups of cream that I made, that's all that's left. Any volunteers to lick the bowl? Too many hands up. Okay. Next step, block of chocolate. I'm going to hold a block of chocolate with a napkin so it doesn't melt in my hand. Now with a serrated knife, am I correct? Serrated knife, ma'am? Just a regular serrated knife, and we're going to do this. This is what we get. Okay?
Is that dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate, ma'am. Yes, it is. It's quite simple to do these. It's not hard to do, but it all comes down to the way you hold the knife. If you've got the knife on its side as you're doing it, it won't work. The
Gotta
knife
have
will
it.
dig into the block of chocolate. So the best way to hold the knife at all times when you do this, hold the knife
Like
vertical,
that.
straight up like this at all
Yeah.
times. Scrape away.
Mm-hmm.
Work your way up and down the sides. And we're set. Now, as I mentioned earlier on, we shouldn't be cutting the cake. Why? Because the cake needs to be refrigerated. So this cake's it's not going to get cut now. It's going to go in the refrigerator after the demonstration, and it'll be served in the morning. So if it's not going to get cut now, what would I be using this tool for? We're going to mark our slices.
Mark it,
Once, so we know exactly where to cut it later on. And also by having the markings there, I'm going to know exactly where to decorate with the cream rosettes and cherries on top. So we're going to center it on the cake. Let go. The waiter pretty much does its job, just move it lightly side to side, backwards and forwards, lift it up, and our 18 slices are marked. Now with the same cream that I used on the cake, placed it in the pastry bag here. I'm going to place a rosette now on every single slice. Like this. And by having the markings there, I know exactly where to put it.
Right.
Quite a lot of calories.
Calories, none, sir. You can tell, yeah? No, it's got 400. Each slice got on average, let's say 400, about an average of 430 calories.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So every now and then, why not? Spoil yourself.
Bigger cup.
If you've tried a piece already that you've purchased here, you'll notice that the cream's got no added sugar. We don't add any sugar to the cream, it's straight up cream. So you're okay. Now, rosettes are done. Now we're going to place a cherry on top of every rosette. When you place the cherry on top, always press down a little bit so it actually holds. Sometimes with a bit of movement, they tend to roll off. Also, if you do make this cake at home, and if it's in season, you can get access to fresh cherries at your local grocery store. It's still got the little stem from being picked from the tree. Use that for this decoration. Gives it a really beautiful look as well. Fresh cherries, but be cautious when you eat it, please. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. Beautiful Black Forest.